Introducing Jew or False, a new show that fights anti-Semitism and calls out misinformation. Right about now, you may be thinking, Jason Kessler, where do I know that name? Yep, Jason Kessler is also the name of that alt-right guy from the Charlottesville rally. I know, such a cool name on such a sucky dude. But hey, maybe I'll gain a secret following among neo-Nazis who show up for the hate and stay for the logically sound arguments clearly articulated by the much better-looking, Jewier version of the Jason Kessler they were expecting. See, I have a theory that anti-Semitism is what people resort to when truth is not on their side. It's like when the playground bully accuses you of eating booger sandwiches because he doesn't want everyone to realize that he's the one who pooped in the sandbox. So, my approach is not to treat anti-Semitism as a moral issue, but instead to point out the ways that anti-Semitism is dumb. For example, how about when people insist that supporting BDS is not necessarily anti-Semitic? Okay, sure, but that just reminds me of all those birthers who insisted that it's not necessarily racist to accuse the first black president of not being a citizen. Sure, it's possible you're not being racist, but it's probable that you are, and it's definite that you're wrong. You're choosing to believe unsubstantiated garbage. It's the same with BDS. It's built on a heaping mound of misinformation that only makes sense if you don't think too hard about it. So, anti-Semitism aside, let me explain the many practical reasons why BDS doesn't make sense. It actually hurts the average Palestinian, and it only leads us further away from peace. I'll actually save all that for a future episode, but you get the point. See, I'm a bit of an idealist. I believe in the power of simple truths simply stated. So much anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism is built on a flimsy foundation of misinformation, which sucks, but it also creates a huge opportunity for the right messaging to make a big difference. I want people to know the simple fact that most Jews in Israel are Jews of color, so trying to paint Israel as a white colonial state is really just bad faith propaganda. I want people to appreciate that every 100 years or so, somewhere in the world, people accuse their Jewish neighbors of having too much power and privilege, and that usually comes right before they try to kill us or kick us out. I want people to realize just how tiny of a minority we are. We're an endangered species, only 0.18% of people on Earth. More people watched Squid Game on Netflix. There are still fewer Jews in the world now than before the Holocaust. That's what genocide looks like. And that's why we can't relax the fight against anti-Semitism.